Howdy everyone, this is an acid attack hoax that's gone completely wrong. This happened in 2010, but before I go on, have a look at this. I'm on ABC News on ScrewTube, and there's no view count whatsoever. What's happening here? I've seen this a few times, but now I've got something on screen capture or whatever for you to all see, and I'll just link it as per usual or whatever. But this woman's gone to the extreme. I didn't even realise people are this thick, and I know we're surrounded by a lot of dark entities, but we're also surrounded by too many stupid entities around. Alright, Bethany Stora's motive for throwing acid in her face is still unclear. So she went out of the way, and mate, she has totally stuffed her life up. Have a look at this, alright?
Are shocked, saddened, and downright dumbfounded that this troubled young woman would not only mutilate her own face, but tell a lie to the world. This is Bethany Storrow before August 30th, and this is Bethany Storrow after her. The young woman who said she was a victim has confessed she was in fact a fraud and did this to herself.
During the interview, Ms. Storrow admitted that her injuries were self-inflicted. The attack itself did not occur as she had previously reported.
With her entire body wrapped in bandages, Bethany Storrow accused an African-American woman of splattering acid in her face for no reason.
Once it hit me, I could actually hear it bubbling and sizzling my skin.
No one doubted her story. Doctors could see the burns. Investigators listened to the frantic 911 call.
She's crying a lot. She's in a lot of pain with the acid being in her face.
The community sprung into action. Police sketches of the alleged attacker were posted everywhere. A fundraiser was scheduled this Saturday, and Oprah even asked Bethany to appear on her show. But when Storrow canceled her appearance, freelance journalist Marcus Griffith posted a blog saying he has serious doubts about Bethany's story. Soon speculation began spreading across the internet.
She was willing to go on Oprah. She was willing to have a press conference. She's not shy in the media.
Investigators working hundreds of hours were also troubled by the timeline of Bethany's alleged attack.
It was all the little things that really didn't quite add up.
Vancouver is simply stunned to learn this was all a hoax.
Oh my gosh, that's unbelievable.
I can't even fathom the pain.
When investigators asked Bethany why she did such a thing, the young woman simply has no answer.
She is extremely upset. She's very remorseful. In many ways, this is something that just got bigger than what she expected.
For now, Bethany is in the care of her parents. Considering the circumstances, the city seems to be responding very gently to this troubled young woman who's been crying out for help. Robin?
All right, Mike, thank you very much. For more on this troubling story, joining us now is Commander Marla Schumann of the Vancouver Police Department. Commander, thank you very much for joining us this morning and being with us. Is there any word yet? Has Bethany spoken about the motive yet?
We had lengthy conversations with her yesterday. There are a number of things, obviously, we can't speak about because they're potential criminal charges. In terms of motive, I think that the detective who did the interviews probably has that information. It's not yet been made known to me.
And were you as shocked as everyone else by her confession?
Truthfully, there were red flags from the beginning. We had some questions, and there were a number of things that really weren't adding up in the story that she was giving to us. So we weren't quite as shocked. I think we were more shocked that somebody would be in that state of mind to actually harm themselves in that way.
You're right about that. But could you tell us a little bit more about the red flags? What was it that she was saying and telling you that just didn't add up?
I think initially just the manner of attack when she's talking about being splashed in the face with acid and the demarcation and the placement of the injuries on her face. That was a big red flag. The thought that she's wearing sunglasses at 7:30 at night when she never usually wears sunglasses, just small things that didn't quite add up to a picture we would normally see.
And you know, people are wondering about her mental state, and she's in the care of her parents right now. Is there anything from her past to indicate that she just something wasn't quite right?
You know, not Not that we had knowledge of. She doesn't have a criminal history. We didn't have knowledge of mental issues or responding to her in that way. So at this point, no. We're still trying to develop that.
And how have the people there responded to hearing that this was all a hoax?
Well, it's a mixed bag. I think that there are a number of people who are concerned about her and what would cause her to do such a thing. I think there are some people who are very angry because they did have an emotional response to the story.
And there was a fund that was set up for her. There was going to be a fundraiser in the next day or so. Will she be charged with anything?
There are potential charges. Right now, it depends on whether she did access funds. We're looking at potentially right now false reporting, and again, the charges are up to the prosecuting attorney's office. So we're simply completing our investigation and handing it over to them, and they'll make that ultimate decision.
But the fact that you had a sketch to work on, that she had these specifics, that there were women in the community that were they questioned about this, I mean, that takes it a little bit further.
And we did. There was quite a few questions. We did a lot of canvassing. We spent numerous hours on this case trying to assess the credibility and the veracity. So it's unfortunate, the number of hours that it takes and the resources it takes, but you always have to look at these cases as if they were and make sure that the community is safe.
And that you did. Commander Schumann, thank you very much.